Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group based out Singapore. Central banks across the globe are on the verge of hiking the rates. And they feel that the only reason behind this is the inflation. Anyways, it's a highly debatable issue because whether inflation is a reason or not, that we all understand. There are two things which are happening parallelly in the global economy, and unfortunately, no one is working on both the issues. So, number one is the debt. The debt level in the global economy is rising, and that too at a substantial pace. Substantial pace, which in turn is creating inflation. And actually, it is not inflation, this is called finflation, which is called financial inflation. So, one is the demand side inflation, when the demand is up because people have the money. This is not the scene today. One is the supply side inflation, when people are demanding products but there is not enough supply due to supply chain constraint. This is the scene we have today. One is the wage pull inflation. Now, wage pull inflation means the economy is hot, super hot. Wages are like, what the hell? People have so much money in their pocket, and since wages are going up, they are even demanding which is not required, which creates inflation. But financial inflation means when the central banks took so much of debt and they, I would say, spare this debt to meet the unproductive expenses or to invest in the economy, which by the way results nothing. So one is the finflation, which is called financial inflation. I'm telling you, in the next 2 years, the business channels would start covering this, which is finflation. Second important thing which is happening is the depression. I know that international channels like Bloomberg are always referring this as a recession. This is not a recession. This is depression. Why this is depression? Because if central banks will hike the rates, the small and medium term enterprise in all countries will completely collapse. Rather, it would be a death spiral for them. Even the large corporates or ultra large corporates in respective countries would face substantial heat out of this. And this substantial heat would be too big to digest. Henceforth, so let me give you an example. On Bloomberg, one Federal Reserve governor said, you hike the rate in 2022 and then cut it in 2023. This idiot believes that if you hike the rate first and then you cut the rate subsequently, it would resolve the problem. Guys, when this depression will come, and I envisage that this depression would come probably in December, I would say the fourth quarter calendar year, it would be with us for at least 3 to 4 years. At least. So do not take this at granted. I'm telling you, do not take this at granted. Another important thing which we need to learn is that once this depression will start, the first impact would be on the sectors who are already weak. Example, the aviation sector, the real estate sector, hospitality sector, the banking sector. They are already weak. So guys, please do take a note of that. A huge depression is on the way. And since huge depression is on the way, so please do not treat this lightly. I'm telling you. Sooner you will see a mass layoff on the cards. Example, Tesla. Tesla, according to the public information, is having around 100k employees, 1 lakh or 100k, 100,000 employees. And Tesla clearly said in public that they are looking forward for 10% cut in the workforce, which means 10,000 jobs to go. Even today, there is a startup called, I think it's a gold pledge startup. It cuts around 180 jobs in India. Around 20,000 jobs already cut by startups in India alone in the last few months. 20,000 jobs, which by the way is not a small amount if you feel. So huge depression is coming. And when this depression comes, it would have a deep and denting impact on the saving structure of the globe. Of course, more detailed videos would come soon. Me and my fund is personally prepared for this, financially prepared for this, mentally prepared for this, and I see that this would drag for many years to come. Probably another couple of years would be very, very super volatile years, I can say. Super volatile years. So guys, you know what I mean.